car and gone on and pray. You know, he mean.
Yeah.
And we're going to get on spiritual warfare soon, y'all. That should be coming up. I think offense is good so we can understand what's happening to us.
Yeah.
So we can conquer it.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we recognize the spirit of offense? Two symptoms that can point to the stronghold of offense are extreme pettiness.
Yeah, I can see that.
Extreme. Look, they didn't say pettiness. Well, you're very bad, so I'm gonna hide your It's an extreme, y'all. That's what I learned. I said, I'm gonna make sure I tell them extreme. And it's a negative mindset once you know what you're dealing with. And a negative mindset. Once you know what you're dealing with, you can get a hold on these adverse emotions, before they begin to cause destruction. And like, that's how we end up in jail.
Yep.
And once the bars close, that's a wrap.
Yeah,
you know. So, here go my gonna read. The most important things to know about being offended are, number one,
people who get offended may perceive that their personal belief or identity are being threatened.
Now, this is number one. Listen to this. People who get offended easily may perceive that their personal beliefs or identity are being threatened. So, I said something, wait a minute, what you mean by that? That's who I am. Why is you saying stuff like I've been like this since I was a little girl? You know, now I'm a woman now. You know, nobody threatening your belief. It's just saying you too angry and you too bitter about some things that people, God would send a messenger.
Oh yeah, he will.
I heard one, he tickled me, he said, do you know why God got me up here? He said, because I'm going to say what God tells me to say. In other words, you are too angry. And you're mean and you're hateful.
Yeah, some people can handle it.
Because something happened way back in kindergarten.
Yeah.
They got bullied.
You know what? I was watching this. We watching this show real quick.
Oh, go ahead. This is to talk about this. People are successful.
What's it called? Hip hop.
Family hip hop.
Growing up hip hop.
So
I've been watching that every now and then. And dang, I just lost my train of thought.
Well, we was talking about people who get offended.
10 years ago, you said.
Yeah.
A couple of them on there was upset with someone. They don't even barely remember them. Something happened 10 years ago.
Real talk.
It was like several of them. You know, Reverend Ron's daughter, Angela. She wasn't upset about it, but it was the other girl, Mary J. Blige's stepdaughter, is upset with Angela. And Angela barely remember her. She said, "Oh, I met you a long time ago." She's like, "Oh yeah," and then she called her a B and everything. 10 years ago. And then somebody else, previous on another episode, same thing. A long time ago. I said, "You hold on to that?" Someone was like, 10 years ago, they still be upset. I'm like, what a waste of energy and time.
You remember Nedra?
Oh, yeah, dang.
Yeah, all the years ago, yeah.
Wow.
So my number two, what number two say?
Number two said making an assumption.
Making assumptions
about someone else's
intentions
can also make a personal more
reactive. Meaning that, you know, wait a minute, what you said, what you mean by that? I remember my pastor told the story that his wife came to him and said, you got a year to live. If you don't quit drinking, you're going to die. And it was 6 months in. And she said, he acted like he wasn't here. She said, and if you hit me, I'm going to shoot you. You know, reactive, you know, he reacted on that like he gonna jump.
And you know him, right? That was her husband?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Later on he became her husband.
So she thought that he was gonna hit her?
Yeah, she said, nah, because that was changing something in him.
Oh.
Satan didn't want to.
Angry. Oh, yeah,
he was on drugs and that alcohol. So you come against, what he say, make an assumption about someone else's intention. He was saying, what's your intention? Why you come and tell me I'm going to die in a year if I don't quit doing dope and drinking? That was the enemy didn't want him to, but he had 6 months to live. If he wouldn't have gave up the alcohol and served God, he would have been dead.
That was a warning.
And so look how he reacted.
Yeah, he was angry.
Like, hit.
Especially with that booze. I just thought about it. Yeah, they don't want to stop that alcohol.
Go back. when he was a little boy, his daddy dogged him so bad. What was you gonna say?
Oh.
Yeah, see, when persons are doing drugs, alcohol, all these bad things, and another person approach and say, hey, John,
Yeah. Yeah.
I give you advice like it's better not to do this. You're gonna have something gonna happen to you
Later on,
You're gonna
yeah.
later on, you're gonna die, stuff like that. So they get offended.
Yes.
Why are you telling me this? It's not that. So
You ever thought about that, kid?
Yeah. Don't shoot the messenger like we said earlier.
Yeah,
yeah,
don't-
we as a person, I have in my life, I have my best
I'm
friend.
just the messenger.
Yeah, my best friends died from this. I mean, really, he died like, I got 4 kids, he got 4 kids, you know what I mean? We got married, both of us, and we had kids. And, I never did drugs, and he broke his hand, and something happens, and he got into drugs and all the stuff, so I was helping him all the stuff. Come to the point when he was so beyond, when he did so much drugs, you know what I mean? I was trying to tell him, you can't do this. He got offended and took off and walked away.
And sometimes when they get offended like that, they never want to talk to you again.
Yeah.
That's the sad. The 20-year relationship.
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. And after like
That is
25,
crazy.
20, actually I know him when I was a year old, you know what I mean? There's a lot
Oh,
of-
y'all go. Did he make amends?
Well, he did, but it was too late. Like, when he did so much drugs in his life and
Yeah, died.
over the time, I said
How old was
Wow.
he when he died?
31 years
Oh,
old.
yeah, that's
Oh
Jason.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw him at the cemetery.
Yeah.
Now, building suffering
Yeah.
and pressing pause can be useful ways to calm down when one is feeling
Trigger.
triggered.
So look, building self-esteem and pressing pause
Mhm.
can be a useful way to calm down when one is feeling triggered. And I had to learn that.
Yeah.
I used to didn't have no control. I get mad, I just do.
Me too. I used to be like that.
Okay, so now I've learned, hold on, is this my, do I need to say anything to this person or can I just, and they call you punk, you're bad.
Yeah, oh my God.
That's I say
Yeah.
get you locked up though.
Yeah.
I learned just, you know what, this ain't working. Let me be quiet. That's what it's saying. It's trigger.
Yeah.
They come with a trick, especially Satan and his kingdom, they know what to do. They know what's in us.
Yeah.
So they thinking that she's an angry bird. So they come messing with you. You be like, ah!
It takes a lot to get me to that point, but I still get there sometimes because you just don't really want to be called at all.
Mistreated, that's what they do it for.
Yep. So
Yeah.
then I learned more and more to calm down, and when I see them happy for upsetting me, oh no,
Don't be happy, man.
I can't never let that commercial, never let them see
Did
you
you
sweat. So I
sweat?
make sure they don't know how mad I am, because then they get excited and they'll really be messing with me. So I just started trying to, not even let them know how it bothers me. Don't react to it like that.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Never foremost.
Now it said being offensive is a choice.
Being offended is a choice.
Yeah.
Ain't that something, y'all?
Yeah.
So we make the choice that, I remember my husband used to say, we give our joy away.
Yep.
We give it to the enemy. We like,
Yeah.
I'm mad. Like if you said, here's my joy. Now I'm walking around.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Lucky for me, I don't like being angry that much. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have to get out of it because I'm like, oh, thank God.
Okay,
Now.
5.
Self-reflection.
Observe
Observe reaction.
Analyze the
Analyzing
message.
message.
Taking on
Taking on
compassionate
compassionate
perspective.
perspective.
Addressing the offense.
Addressing the offense.
Accepting feelings and emotions.
Feeling and emotion.
Changing perspective.
Changing perspective.
And practicing forgiveness.
And practicing forgiveness.
See that?
Are key.
That's it. So, self-reflection, observing reaction, analyzing the message, taking on a compassionate perspective, addressing the offense, accepting feelings and emotions, changing perspective, and I like what it said, accepting your feelings and emotions. It's okay.
Yeah, it is.
It's okay. Shall we wait for the change for
No,
It's all right. Okay. How do we recognize the spirit of offense? I gave you 2 symptoms and say, all right, how to fight in the spiritual realm. First, we put God first, Matthew 22:37. Ingest God's word. Stay close to Jesus. Number 3. 4, know the real enemy, the devil. Yeah. Live for your own true identity. Stop trying to be somebody you're not. This is me. Flaws and all. Mask on my face, whatever. You know what I mean?
I am who I am.
I am who I am. Because people want to be somebody they're not. I want to be like Trump, or I want to be like Malana. I mean,
they want us to be like somebody.
And they try to, and we ain't doing
Yeah,
that.
that ain't about to happen ever.
Put on the full armor, man. Submit to God. Invoke the authority of Jesus. That's in Luke. Bind and loose. Matthew 16:18-19. Take thoughts captive. Overcome the spirit of offense. This often involving developing self-awareness, practicing forgiveness, and seeking to understand others' perspective.
Yeah.
So it's all right. Agree to disagree. People will when they start want to fight you. You're like, okay, you about to shoot me. You know,
You know, they're gonna force you to see stuff their way. You know.
A lot of people.
So it is good to respect the way people see things because that's the way they see it. You know.
And you never know later on they might have to come back to you and say, "I done had that happen." So I had to do. I said, you know what? I get it, Mom. My mother was telling me about these crooked doctors. She worked in a convalescent home, and she used to see. And I was like, Mom, I ain't gonna do that. All that money they spent in college. This is my mindset. I came back to my mother. I said, I apologize. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Good doctors are crazy, some of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
But I remember my perspective. They went to God. Dang, them folk nuts.
Yeah.
And so I didn't see it, what she was saying. But now I do. So we give a person a chance. Their perspective might be a little off. And then again, they might be, like I said, she was right. I was the one naive to the game. Until it actually came out. Sure, I have listened to you. I said, you know what? I didn't think of it that way. Yeah.
They put too much confidence in the doctors.
I did.
But all of they trust them. Like
God said,
the doctor want to do this and the doctor said that. You can't believe everything.
I had to, sure, go my sister and hide in them doctors.
Some of them is all right and some of them not.
Yeah, some of them got our best interests, like you said, some don't.
I had a doctor tell me, though, a good doctor, a long time ago, he said, nobody knows your body. I keep saying it over and over. Nobody knows your body better than you do. So, you know, you can take what the doctors have to say because they see different people. Everybody's body is different. So it's not going to react the same to whatever medicine they want to give you. So they need to look at people as an individual and not what they read in that book because everybody's not going to react the same to each medicine that they try to give. They expect everybody's reaction to be the same. The medicines, and that's not the way, some of them do, and that's not the way it is. So the doctor told me, you know, go by how you feel. You know how you feel.
You know
you got to have a doctor that really listens to you. And I had a doctor telling me, no, you wrong, this is where it's going to be. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, this it don't work that way with me.
I feel this way. I feel.
Yeah, so you got to have one that listens to you. I can go on about that.
And that's good. That's good. You know, because the doctors, they crazy. Some of them.
Yeah, some of them, they just be in for the money.
It's a profession, yeah.
I mean, like it happened to me, like with my knees. One day, like I couldn't even walk, and it was horrible. So my 2 knees, like they were like stuck on each other. No meat, no nothing in between them. Now,
I had that.
my son is a doctor.
Oh, right.
And he saw me, Dad, no, you should get a replacement knee. But I thought about it like, okay, so what I'm gonna do? Put a knee, plastic on both of them. You know what I mean? So
I mean, that's the really, Charlie, they went in and looked at it. They have the knee that they got to fix a year later.
Yeah, and then the doctors here, they told me, oh, no problem, this is, you know, you have no pain, da-da-da-da. But I thought about it, I'm not gonna do it.
Me neither.
Each one was $50,000. It's like $100,000. So I didn't, and all I did for the last 2 years, usually 2 years, from there to now, I've been playing.
All right.
I've been playing as
I do the same thing because I have to be injured. I get it.
Yeah, I've been playing, and
Good.
now for like last couple, 3, 4 months, when I went back to the doctor,
Mhm.
he said that your bone, that the two bones in between, you got the cartilage or the meat between
Oh
the
my
bones.
God!
So we're gonna
What a
dismiss.
testimony!
Yeah, so we're gonna dismiss replacing the kneecaps.
And you waited your
I
faith.
waited exactly.
Ooh.
See, all you gotta do is
Pray to God.
pray to God, and God healed me. You know
See,
what I mean?
That people ain't got this kind of faith no more. You tell
Exactly.
somebody that, they look at you, she crazy.
Yeah.
You mentioned God, they say you're crazy.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Y'all ain't got enough faith. Now God can fix all of this stuff.
Everything.
He can fix stuff the doctor can't even fix.
Yeah.
The doctor will tell you one thing, and then God come along and do another.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So we put our faith in
Yeah,
God.
of course, yeah.
Mhm.
See, my son, the doctor, he said, Dad, you only know 7% of my body. 7%.
Ooh.
So where's the 93% left?
Right.
See, the Lord made us. I have my cousin during the war. She got shot 5 bullets in her back.
Ooh.
5 bullets, big bullets.
Mhm.
Okay. Now she did 3 years. 3 years. And she was walking, the bullet in her back, 5 bullets. So 3 years later, she came here and they did a surgery here. They were saying, we're surprised that you made it.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Because the Lord, like you said, the
Proper.
Lord will heal the person. You know? Yeah?
They say
All you have to do is act and wait on it.
that's it.
Exactly.
Be patient.
Yep.
How do we recognize the spirit of offense? Oh, we went through that already. And if you are partnered with the spirit of offense, confess it to God. He don't want to help us. Right?
Yep.
It's nothing that he can't do. You can do all things. When you got God, you got everything.
Yep.
Everything you need, whether you know it or not.
Well, you know, there's people out there that thinks just because he don't answer their prayers that he's not there for them. But maybe he's not answering it because it's not time, or maybe he's not answering because you can't have it, whatever you're asking for.
Yes.
So a lot of people think if you don't answer their prayer, that you know, he's not there.
There.
But you know, you can't always get what you want.
But
Maybe you ain't supposed to have it. Maybe it ain't coming until later.
All right. That's
So
good.
he'll talk to you. He'll tell you things to tell other people.
Yep.
And he's just wonderful once you get to know him. Once
Of
you get
course,
saved,
yes.
he'll show you about
Yeah.
himself. So that'll build your faith up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You
See,
have
the
a lot of
Lord-
faith.
The Lord, like Cheryl said, some
Oh,
people,
yeah.
some people
Oh,
they
yeah,
pray
look at this
and the
Lord.
Lord doesn't
I'm
answer
just
them.
looking over stuff.
Yeah, the Lord doesn't answer them. The reason sometimes, a lot of people like they get sick, they go to the Lord. Okay, my dad told me a lot of people, they put the Lord as a card in their wallet. When they're sick, they pull the card. They pull the Lord. But the reason is what Cheryl says about why sometimes the Lord doesn't answer right away, because in the beginning, when you're not sick or all the stuff you find, you're not worshiping the God, you're not communicating with the God, period.
We wait till they need something.
See what I'm saying?
So they go with God. Help me God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're
right.
supposed to
Yeah.
praise and worship him even when you are doing good. And that's
Exactly.
what I practice too.
Yep.
You know, I thank you I found a dime. I don't care if it's a penny. We got to pray over it till we pick it up, though, because I learned it can be cursed. That's another thing. But, you know, I pray for it. I be happy for anything I find, anything someone give me, I'm grateful. You know, I don't like when you try to be giving to somebody and, oh,
Yeah.
$5.
Oh, that's awful.
It hurts
Yeah.
your heart and it makes you mad. It's like, I didn't have to give you anything. How dare you be disrespectful, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for any and everything anybody do for me, because I know that God put it on their heart for them to do it. So, you know, he ain't gonna give us nothing big until we happy with the small stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I first got saved, I'm gonna speak for myself. God showed me stuff about him.
Right.
He showed me everything. I don't know about everything, but a lot of stuff I need to know to have faith in him.
That's right.
He showed me that he'll talk to me. He told me things to tell somebody in my family.
Yep.
He just prove yourself that he's here. I'm out here for you.
And that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I took a hold to it too.
Yeah.
And he showed me a lot of stuff. Spiritual experience, all kinds of stuff he was showing me.
He will that with stuff.
That vision, that was
We're talking
that
about
was
God
something
right
there.
now. We're not even on this subject yet.
Yeah.
That vision, that was a monster. He saw me on the sidewalk, took my spirit from my body, carried it up. I'm standing on the sidewalk looking up, and him talk to me. And he told me, he told me what to do. He told me, I want you to go and be taught. This is what I got this stuff on.
Yep.
Okay. And then I want you to go and teach ministry. That's what I got to tell them. But they didn't hear me. And he said, I want you to open up a church across town. And when he got to talking to me, he put my spirit back into my body. And when I come to myself, I looked all around and I went crazy.
Yeah. That was not what you call spiritual. We're going to be speaking
But
of
we
that
didn't
more.
get to spiritual.
But that's a good, yeah, that's good, you know, and
I got a lot of stories like that.
we got some stories to tell on that, but yeah.
I got a lot of them.
So
That's
it's
a
a,
story, though.
Yeah.
we're going to hear it more in depth when we're going to be talking about that. We got probably next time, but we'll never share about it again.
Yeah.
It said the root causes of offense are insecurities. What you say, Mark?
That was me.
Unresolved spiritual offense, often stem from perceived slight or betrayal, can significantly hinder spiritual growth and create division within communities. These offenses, if not addressed, can escalate into deeper issues like bitterness and hatred. Biblical teachers emphasize the importance of resolving such issues through forgiveness and open communication. Impact of unresolved offense. We wrapping this up, sure.
But no, you said something. I
Oh, good.
was trying to understand the first thing you said. The root cause of
Insecurity.
yeah. Okay, that's what I was stuck on.
It's that, and you know what I like the root is in what.
I love the root cause of things.
And remember this, y'all. We got all these years of people have abused us, rejected us, and all kind of stuff. That's why what about we was for 1 Corinthians teaches don't keep account.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and we got testimony.
Yeah.
We don't deny our feelings.
Right. It will be our
But we ain't got it not rooted in us where we are mad.
We tell that story but to help others. We're
Yeah.
not telling it because look what he did to me. It ain't about that. It's about learning from it.
How did I get over it? How did I over
Yeah.
what you learn from? Yeah. You know, that's the, and I like that, you know. Okay, the impact of unresolved offense is spiritual stagnation. Hold on to offense can create a demonic stronghold, hindering prayer life and spiritual progress. Division and discord, unresolved offense can lead to fractured relationship, both personal and within religious community, fostering bitterness and resentment. Yeah, you mean when you come there, can't nobody touch you? Be like, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, the girl come in there, you know, well, I gotta deal with it, I just love them. Well, I want to sit down. And I said, okay, well, is this better? They sent me at the door. I said, well, is this better? She tried her best to get out of there with me. The more she get out of me, the calmer I was. I said,
Well, see, it's special people like you.
yeah, I kept her in the church and she was, let's get what she was over there doing it.
Everybody can't do that. I'd be like, look,
I know that.
I ain't got time for this.
I got some old people show up. They be like, don't put her on the door, put her in the sanctuary.
I can't do it.
Yeah, but people,
If you can do that, man.
and it's okay, we got that. Hindering blessings. The Bible suggests that unresolved offense can hinder the effectiveness of prayer and spiritual offerings.
Yeah.
Emotional distress. Offenses can lead to anger, anxiety, and other negative emotions, impacting overall well-being. And then,
one time
and
I
that's
was,
it.
one time I was in church. This lady came in.
Mhm.
She said about me. And I said to myself, oh my God. I said, this lady is full of anger.
Yeah.
Something is wrong.